Bill Finley, he's a magician. He's been doing it a long time. Again, I think it's 800 wins. Um, he has his team prepared. They're prepared for the press. Um, they obviously watched our Oklahoma State game, watched us X out on the backside, one of those skip passes, and where their Crooks was a little bit more dominant than Hannah was last game, that we had to pay a little bit more attention in. And that little split second of trying to get out there, it's 3-ball. That second quarter really killed us. We let our lack of making shots dictate what happened to us on defense. And our energy went down, and we just didn't keep the same tempo during that time. And it's so crazy just because we've always been a team that played with the amount of energy and effort all the time. We never questioned effort. I thought we did a bunch of undisciplined stuff during that second quarter. Crooks is a load in the inside. The one thing I kept telling the officials, I said, we can't go through the whole game and not get 1 3-second call now. I said, please don't have me go through, and because my video guy go through and look at all the clips every time, and we got to send clips to the conference office. I said, come on now. But again, she's a load in there, and she played her game and did what she needed to do. The other thing is, having some surprise come off the bench with Jalen Bristow and a couple of them make threes who wasn't normally doing that. But again, it was obviously prepared, and we needed to step up and pressure the ball a little bit more. And when we did that, we got turnovers. We was able to force 18 turnovers, and we need to get that magic number of 25. I thought if we got to that magic number of 25, we really had a chance, especially after we cut it to 12 and got it to, I think, 10 or 9 right there. But again, you still have to keep getting stops. Got to keep getting stops, and yeah, I think that's it.
Coach, you forced 18 turnovers, but you weren't able to score off of those a lot. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, the one thing that Iowa State does good, really good, is they pack line you, and they force you to make shots, and they play the percentages. So if you're shooting 25%, 28%, they back off you, and they say, we dare you to shoot it. So we were able to get looks in that second quarter. They started to back off us more because we wasn't making shots, wasn't confident about what we were doing. And that's the thing, when they get there and not pressuring you, and we're used to that, so we have opportunity to get by people. We try to get by them, and they just backed up, and they force you to try to shoot over the top of them in a packed line. And it's brilliant for what they do, especially when they have Crooks inside, and they don't want her chasing post player and screens and all those things on the outside. But third quarter, we got up, and we won the quarter. We made 6 or 7 threes, and it just magically started to happen. I was like, because you're going to make shots, you have to be able to just stay the course. But again, that was the biggest difference. We didn't make shots in that second quarter, and they did.
Is there something you can do to keep the team not getting down, letting their offense impact the defense?
I wish I could. My high school coach used to say he wished he had a cattle prod. So again, if you ain't out there doing what you're supposed to do, it can reach all the way on the court and just zap you, and it mind going back and get, that kind of stuff. I wish it was something, but again, players have to have ownership, and they have to be able to do what they're supposed to do when they're supposed to do it. That accountability flows from the top to the bottom. The one thing about that is, during those moments, you have to have something inside of you to say, I'm not going to let this happen again. I got some fight in me to say, they got it to the high post and they threw the high low. They're not going to be able to do that a second time. And then when they came back the second time, in the third quarter, Brittany got the steal because she got up there and pressured the basketball, and we were off to the races. Then the next time, Bria to try to go and get a handoff, and we choked it, and we got a steal. So it's those things that they know what to do, but to try to do that consistently each time with the effort they're supposed to do it with, that's the thing that we have to, be able to take care of as a player, because coaches don't play the game.
You like all the shots Layla got?
I don't, and I was telling her in the game, you have to trust yourself more, and you have to trust your teammates. She wanted to try to get in there, get in the paint, and be able to distribute to the other people, and I said, yes, but you're getting too deep. You're getting too deep. Once you get that deep, you're either going to a post player or you get the shot up. But there was a few times she was able to get in there and do a reverse turn and kick it back out, and we got a shot from Bria or Malia or Lex, somebody out there. But again, it's just too many forced shots inside where she was getting too deep. Had the right idea, that's what we need to do, penetrate in the paint and get some paint points and some paint touches to be able to draw them in some, but just going too deep. And then she didn't trust her three ball enough. You know, she shoot every day before practice, after practice, weekend, and all that kind of stuff. And, you know, I pray to God all the time about let that transfer, because she puts so much work into her shot. I mean, just so much more than everybody else. Like, I wanted to see some reward from that all the time. But, again, you know, you have to just play the game and hope they go down.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yep.